Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Rob Coach Show. So, over the weekend, we had quite a few deaths in this country and around the world. I think there was a mass shooting at Brown University, and then I believe in Syria, maybe there was three U.S. soldiers or Libya, one of those two. Three U.S. soldiers or military personnel were killed in Libya, I believe it was. I thought we were out of Libya or Syria, wherever this was. There was actually a clip circulating from 2019 where Trump said we were bringing those troops home. But for some reason, we were still over there and three people got killed. But what I wanted to zero in on today was this death of former actor and director Rob Reiner. And not only his death, but mostly Trump's reaction to his death. So, welcome to the Rob Coates Show. So, when Charlie Kirk passed away, I didn't know him. I barely even followed him. I did follow him, but I barely kept up with the things that he was putting out. A little too pro Israel for me. Um, so I didn't know him too well, but at the same time, it's a shame to see what happened to him. Especially like watching the it's a shame what happened to him, and it's also a shame seeing the actual footage of what happened to him. It kind of scrambled my brain a little bit. I personally don't have the amount of following or the amount of influences he has, but as someone who also speaks about politics into a microphone, it was kind of off-putting and disturbing to see someone get their life taken away from them just for saying words that someone else disagrees with. So I disagree with that. When that healthcare CEO dude was shot in New York, I disagreed with that. When they when that dude Thomas Crooks took the shot at Trump while he was on the campaign trail, I did disagree with that. And when it first happened, so I brought up the healthcare CEO because that's when I first started realizing that we had a problem in this country. People were celebrating, oh, that's what this guy gets. And it's like, okay, he's not the one that's denying he didn't personally affect you. I don't know why he deserves to die. But same thing with Trump. If you disagree with his policies or the things that he runs on, the best thing that you can do is motivate the Democrats to put someone better forward, someone that can beat him. But knocking him off, taking him out of the campaign trail and knocking him off is not going to help the situation. It's only going to make the situation worse. That was my take. And I wouldn't wish, let's go back to when Biden was in office, when he was our president. I wasn't a fan of Biden. I didn't like Biden, but I would never wish harm on him. I would never wish harm on anyone, regardless of their political stances or their religious beliefs or any of that. I think the best way to defeat bad ideas, or what you may consider bad ideas, is to present a better idea. That's the only, not murdering someone, not locking them up, not any of that. I think the best way to combat bad ideas is to present good ideas and let the people vote on what they think is the best idea and the best way forward for this country. So, regardless of who you are, if you celebrate someone's death or someone being murdered, I think that's a bad thing to do, to say the least. You see all these people that were dancing and celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. And I've actually gotten into debates with people about this. I can't believe that we're in this point of civilization where we're celebrating people's deaths. Like, that's just nuts to me that I even have to say that this is wrong. But that's the climate that we're living in. So over the weekend, Trump decided he was going to make a post about Rob Reiner's death. And he said, a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife, Michelle. Now, why you got to do that, bro? A tortured and struggling but once talented. When was he struggling? When he was disagreeing with you? Look, bro, like Trump, I there's people that had your back. I had your back. And, here, I'm going to finish this post and then I'm going to say what I got to say. So, Michelle, or he passed away with his wife, Michelle, reportedly anger cause. Okay, so together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. Whew, this is difficult. As someone that believes TDS is real, I do believe that there's something about Trump that people can't see through the fog. Now, Trump does bad things. Trump does good things. He's done bad things. He's done good things. Just like any human being, he has good qualities. He has bad qualities. But with the TDS, it doesn't allow people to see the good. Trump could personally hand someone $1 million and out of his own pocket, not out of U.S. funds, but he could say, "Hey, I'm going to buy you a home, $1 million home." And some people with TDS would still find a reason to hate him. Well, I really don't like marble floors. It's just like, come on, man, come on. So, I do believe that there is a such thing as TDS, but blaming a man's death on TDS and saying that he's driven people crazy by his obsession with Donald Trump. Like, the only TDS, the only Trump derangement syndrome I see is from the original poster, Donald Trump. Like, the fact that you are so narcissistic and so full of yourself that this man got killed by his son, allegedly, and the only thing you can think about is this moment is myself, Trump, and how much this guy hated me. You didn't have to say anything at all. You didn't have to post anything at all. And I'm going to sum it up after this because, I have a whole slew of things I'm disappointed with Trump about. But during Biden's presidency, I would say a lot of people, not just me, but a lot of people would say, bring the mean tweets back. Bring the mean tweets back. And it's not that some of us actually wanted the mean tweets back. Some people actually like it when he says rude things like this. I'm not super big on it. I'm not yearning for the day where he says something mean. The bring the mean tweets back meme was simply saying, I don't care if he's mean, as long as the country is safe, as long as the economy is booming, as long as everything else is taken care of, I could give a fuck less about the words that he says on the internet. That was the argument. That was the whole bring the mean tweets back. As long as he's taking care of business, as long as he's being a successful president, I don't care about the mean things he says online. I don't care, and that's just give and take. With any relationship, with any kind of business thing, you got give and take. So-and-so's a dick, but he always shows up on time. His work is done. He's by far the best the best employee we have. But sometimes he's a dick, and we live with that. There's a lot of people. You may know someone like that. So this whole bring the mean tweets back, it's kind of a bust, though, when it's only mean tweets. It's kind of shitty when that's all you seem to do is mean tweets. Everything else that you ran on, you've completely gone against. No new wars. Well, we had a 12-day war with Iran. You're still funding Israel. The Ukraine thing, well, we're going to stop the Ukraine war on day one. We're almost a year into your presidency, bub, and that's still going. Venezuela, did we mention that? We got to go over there and stop the 0.01% of fentanyl that's getting into this country. We got to do a whole fucking war to stop fentanyl. It's really coming from China. You know, the precursors are really coming from China. So if we really wanted to stop the fentanyl crisis, we'd start a war with China. Not saying that's what I want to do. But, like, it just seems like it's a whole bunch of bullshit, a whole bunch of lies as far as this Venezuela thing goes. Now, I haven't been online. I don't know. But these are the things that I'm hearing, you know. And also, like, the right was the free speech party. You know, you, Mr. Trump, should be in favor of freedom of speech, considering they took you off of social media for saying things that they didn't like while you were still president. And now, during your presidency, you get another go at it, and you decide we're going to kick people out of this country for saying bad things about a government. Oh, like our government, like the U.S. government, you don't like the idea of people talking badly about the U.S. government? No, we're going to kick people out of this country for saying something about another government. What government is that? Israel? I'm sick and tired of the Israel shit. I'm still talking about Israel. Yeah. And then you got the Epstein files, or should I say what Epstein files? Because they don't exist. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, they do exist. They do exist. I just said that they don't exist. I only ran on saying I'm going to release the Epstein files, and then when I get in office, I say that they don't exist, and then when I get in office, like, what the hell is going on, bro? And then the tariffs and the economy, like, it's all a mess. And if all of this wasn't going on, all of this negative shit that you've brought in with Trump 2.0, if all of this wasn't going on, maybe, just maybe, we'd be able to look past this mean tweet. Because like I said, bring the mean tweets back. That was a meme. That was a phrase. It was like, let's go Brandon, or make America great again. Bring the mean tweets back was a thing. People didn't care. People had your back, bro. But I don't got your back with this shit. I don't got your back. First of all, I wouldn't have your back either way, because this is just nasty. We don't celebrate and laugh at people's deaths and say that's what they got. That's what they get because he was always talking shit on me. And anyway, you know, that's just nasty, bro. That's just nasty. But as far as the other shit goes, like, you know, all the other mean stuff and things that you say, we would have had your back. But I'm not standing with someone that doesn't even stand with me. Someone that's going against every single thing that he said on the campaign trail. I'm not standing by that. I'm not going to be loyal to that. I'm never going to be loyal to a politician. I told you, Mr. Trump, when you got in office, I was going to hold you accountable. Well, that day has come, sir. That day has come. So I've taken my time off from the internet, but I'm back. And yeah, I'm looking forward to holding the Orange Man accountable, because apparently, from what I hear, no one online, well, very few online are doing so. And yeah, shout out to all the people that voted for this man and is allowing him to walk all over you and make you look like a fool and humiliate you and go back on all the values and principles that he ran on. You know, he reverses course, and you guys being loyal to him reverse course too. You change your values and shit too. No, I'm still in favor of no new wars. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if he wants to start a war now. I'm still on the no war side. How about that? You know, and as far as the Epstein things go, release the files. And everyone that's, you know, that's found guilty or whatever the case may be needs to be held accountable. And I want to get to the bottom of their connection with all these intelligence agencies in Israel and all those other things too. You know, this is why we elected you. You were supposed to be the man from the inside, or the man from the inside that took a step outside and then came back inside and then tore shit up. That's what you were supposed to do. And now you're just another one of them. New boss, same as the old boss. And it's a shame. It's a shame. You've completely destroyed your legacy. You could have came in, been a revolutionary president, been one for the history books. Man, remember President 47 when things were really going off the rails and he turned this thing around? No. You've driven this thing further off the rails, damn near. And I'm not saying that Kamala would have been better. I think she would have been worse, but in a different sense. I'm just completely demoralized at this point. I don't know if anybody could fix this mess we call United States government. I don't know if anyone could fix this mess. I don't know. That's all I have for today. I'm going to be back on X full time. I just wanted to post a video before I get online. I haven't even been on my account. As you can see, I got this Trump post or this Trump truth pulled up on some Google Facebook type shit. So I'm going to be back online. And I look forward to hearing from you all. And if I see that you are someone that was anti-war yesterday and pro-war today, I'm going to be calling you out. Anyone that I see just being a hypocrite, yeah, you're going to get all the smoke from Rob Coates. So I'm very excited to be back. And yeah, hope to hear from you all very soon. Leave a comment, share with a friend, do all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.